2009 when he did propose it. Did you ask him that?
No.
He said nothing, not a single word about reforming the Senate. Not a word. Not a word about most things, by the way, in that time. But then in 2009, he promised, told the Glenty Summer School that Fine Gael was in favour of a radical reform of the Senate. What happened to that?
Well, he's on record of saying that what happened after that was that himself and Phil Hogan took a piece of work, a report, a bit of information gathering during those 6 months. And between then and November, when he did announce that he would put the referendum to the people if he was ever returned, and there was a long stay between then and when the general election came, so it certainly wasn't an election ploy. It was 2.5 full years between when he made that statement.
It's a leadership ploy, yeah.
It was 2.5 full years between then and when the general election came. He made a commitment to the Irish people that he would put the question to them, and that's simply what we're doing.
That his announcement of abolition said, never put Fine Gael front bench, never asked if they agree with it or approve it, never went to the Fine Gael parliamentary party.
Actually, I recall being in the Shelbourne Hotel within days of getting elected, where we all signed up to the programme for government, and it was clearly in there. So had anybody got an objection to it on that date, that was the day to raise your hand and say, no, I can't sign up to the programme for government.
Regina, I'm talking about 2009. In Glenty's, in July 2009, he was talking about a radical reform of the Senate. Then in October of 2009, he was seen to have been outmanoeuvred by Eamon Gilmore on the John O'Donoghue's expenses issue, and there was murmurings within Fine Gael about his leadership yet again. And then 4 days after that happened, without any consultation with the Fine Gael parliamentary party, without any consultation with his front bench, he announced the abolition of the Senate.
But then
can you explain that?
I can't explain it because it's not true. There was consultation. The front bench spokesperson for the time for local government and political reform was Phil Hogan. He now happens to be the minister, and the leader of our party took a view, having consulted, researched and investigated, that this is what they would put to the Irish people should they be lucky enough to ever win the next general election. That's what he committed to do. That's what we're doing.
Regina,
but ultimately,
with the point I've just
Vincent,
he didn't raise this.
How
come if this wasn't a stunt? If this wasn't a stunt to get him out of an embarrassment because of the inept way he had handled the controversy over John O'Donoghue. If it wasn't that stunt, why didn't he put before the parliamentary party and before the Fine Gael front bench his proposal to abolish the Senate? Why didn't he do that?
He did. The day we all signed up for the programme for government.
He did not do it in 2009.
In our manifesto for the general election, he did it.
Regina, I'll ask you again. I'll ask you again, Regina. In 2009, after he had promised in July that he would reform the Senate, and then in October, after he had this embarrassment in the door of the John O'Donoghue affair, he proposed to abolish the Senate. Why, if this was a carefully thought out plan, was it not put to the Fine Gael parliamentary party and put it to the Fine Gael front bench?
Different ministers or front bench spokesperson come up with policies. They go off and they do research, they come up with policies, and they become party position. Okay? That's exactly what happened with regard to this decision.
Can you think of any other policy initiative that was taken that wasn't approved by the Fine Gael front bench while in opposition?
I wasn't there, so I can't.
So you can't think about it. Do you think there's anything odd about it?
Let me ask you a question.
Do you think there's anything odd about it?
If you genuinely believe that this was a stunt, and if you think so little of what we actually propose in manifestos before elections, why hasn't he done a U-turn? Why hasn't he said, oh, well, I won't bother with that?
Because it's populist.
It's not populist.
It is populist to get rid of it. It is populist.
It's not, and that's no doubt shown by the fact that this will not be an easy thing to win.
No,
this
because
will not be
but
I have to think